Welcome to Generation Dan, everyone. I am one of your hosts, Dean of the Genetic Marvel, and this is a podcast showing various degrees of people getting out of the sun. It works.
He's not wrong.
I mean, yeah.
No.
Kelly is just like, I am, I will meet the sun on its territory and the consequences be damned. Atlas is, just wrapping things up. And I'm like, I'm going underground. I'll see you guys in 10 years. It's fine.
I've already burnt by you just mentioning the sun.
Yeah.
I'm already burnt.
I know. I put on like SPF, like a hilarious amount of SPF. This is the one for white people SPF.
Yes.
And I went to my brother-in-law's house the other day, and like it was supposed to be a nighttime party, but we were setting up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon where it's still light out.
Nope.
And the sunscreen was like, I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. Put on more sunscreen.
Okay.
Oh, I knew Scotty was the sun. I knew.
100%. That makes sense. Just the vengeance of it all.
Yeah.
But so this is the thing, okay? Now, Kelly, you have now met Atlas in real life. You know me in real life. It's very exciting.
Very exciting.
But also, too, is Kelly has seen me at my most gigantic. So,
yes.
So, hilariously, so now in this weather, okay, I know everyone is very aggressively saying how hot it is. I've lost 250 pounds. I don't find it that hot right now, guys. But I'm kind of walking around without a fat suit on. So it's kind of like I'm still fat, but it's a weird situation to be in.
Because you're not too far off from me weight-wise, and I think it's hot.
So hot.
But this is the thing, is like I've had to learn to tolerate just suffering. It's kind of like when you live in hell, it's a dry heat. I don't,
But I'm so
possible episode title, by the way.
Stroke. I was having to do some things and head out on the subway during the intense heat in Toronto, and I was grabbing onto the subway wall because I was like, I am going to faint.
Listen, and those are 4 separate mistakes. You're like, I left the house. Mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, I went on the subway. That's a horrible mistake. Mistake number 3, I touched the walls in the subway. Hands down. And then I may have fainted in public. I mean, Kelly, get your shit together. Oh my God, what is happening right now?
I couldn't make my optometrist come to my house. I had to go there.
Dino has natural ventilation. Well done, Kyle. Good insight.
I mean, kind of that. I mean, I have racing stripes now. It's fantastic. Essentially, my face is the motorcycle engine of life. It's just it's just out there, and just I'll take it, bugs and all, just right on the face. It's fine. Yeah, no, that's damn you, Kyle, and your long, beautiful hair. Yeah, well, I mean,
that's the thing, though. When you have long, thick hair, Kelly, I'm sure you experience this too. Just during the summer, it just keeps all the heat in. I just want to take a razor to it, just go full Walter White.
That's why I do this, because my hair's curly, and so it just it would take up this whole frame if my hair was down.
Katie's hair does that. She's got curly hair, and
I just want to make sure everyone knows I go on the record. I'll see you both in hell with your hot hair heads and your luscious over frizzing during this weather. I don't care. I would have it all.
Passed out.
On the subway of all places.
I feel like Bernie's in hell. I'd just be the dummy you're carrying around.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand that heat.
I mean, Weekend at Kelly's does have a nice ring to it.
I mean, Weekend at Kelly's does sound awesome.
It does.
In a world where all the movies have gender swapped.
Hold on. Let's be honest. Once Kelly is a titan of industry and decides to expand into various avenues of entrepreneurship, I feel like she should have a brunch place called Weekend at Kelly's. That makes I feel like that's a brunch spot And it's like,
yeah,
it's called Weekend at Kelly's, but it's only open for brunch during the week, just to fuck with people. I feel like, you know,
only Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Hey, Serge.
February 29th.
It's a pop-up.
Right. All of the clocks are wrong. You're like, yeah, you could show up immediately and get sat, or you have to wait 4 hours. And then, I feel like you could pretend to be Alice in Wonderland just by the look on people's faces. It's a nice thing, you know.
Oh, she could pull off the Red Queen, like pull off
100%.
Yeah.
Listen,
no, I could.
I like telling as many people as I can this story where Kelly gave me fries at a show, and when I started eating, I was like, I don't really want them, and she's like, no, have them, and I'm like, nah. But when I started eating them, she's like, hey, fuck you, those are my fries. And I'm like, you gave them to me. And she's like, you said you were going to eat them. And all of this happened just as we slowly sped up eating her fries, which she gave to me. She abandoned them.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was the funniest shit I've ever seen, because people are like, why is Dino stealing Kelly's fries? I'm like, she gave them to me.
And then I'm crying in the corner.
So, she just wanted to make me look bad. And you know what? Like, it's one of those things where, like, it's very easy, Alice, to make me look like, oh, that guy's definitely the guy who should be arrested. Like, immediately, right? Oh, yeah. It's just my face. And it's only worse now that I look faster than I used to. They're like, hey, look, he can get away. Like, it's immediately suspicious.
There are no longer tuba sounds emanating from when he walks. Get him.
It's the sped up. Yeah.
Which I honestly would slow down how I walk just to hire somebody again to do the tuba sounds. Just
wouldn't that be great to have that walk around with us, like in cartoons? You would know when to avert danger.
Yeah.
Well, like, and you would know if a fat person is looming because you'd slowly hear that sound coming from around the corner. You're like, fatty on the corner, you know, on the sunrise. It's great. So welcome everyone to Generation Jan. We haven't really started anything.
Come to Weekend at Kelly's new location at the Kipling subway station. I feel like that's a joke for that's for non-Americans to get that.
Anyone in Toronto knows exactly how that just laugh their dick off.
Yeah.
Whether they have a dick or not, immediately laugh. Yeah.
Is it like the like
your pickup?
The shitty?
God damn it, Kelly.
Or
it's
all of the above.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the terminal at LAX you don't really want to hang out at.
Got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's the walk from the terminal to that In-N-Out you told me to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgy, super dodgy. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there if it's dark out, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Light, 50-50. Dark? Yeah. Hell no. Don't do that.
No.
So, welcome, Kelly, to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have had a lot on the go lately. It's very exciting. I mean, it's ramping up to be a very eventful summer for you.
Yes.
Let us talk about that.
Do we have to?
Well, I mean, no, not at all. We could talk about absolutely fucking anything. I'll tell you this much. I have taken a substantial amount of LSD in the last 48 hours, and I'll tell you,
oh my,
it's very exciting. So we can talk about.
I had an allergy pill yesterday, so I'm roaring.
See, I was cool, but very not adventurous as a young person. Whereas now I'm like, I have insurance. Fuck it, let's do it. And I'm having a great time.
My riding the edge of life is having a coffee at this hour, which is what I'm doing now. So
me too. Yeah,
that is adventurous. You know what? It is 3:00 in the afternoon. Like, let's be honest. Be happy if you don't have plans tomorrow morning. You may need to sleep in. Like, it's going to be a long one.
No, I have so much to do today. It's fine. It's fine.
Listen,
I'm glad I'm busy.
Okay, so this is more talk about long beautiful hair. Of course, Kyle. Kyle always loves talking about long beautiful hair. It was just like unreasonable. Like, I hope his hair gets super frizzy in this weather, just because I know he's constantly putting it up in a bun and taking it down in a bun and putting it back up and taking it down. Which that's what you get, Kyle.
What is like a flex? What's the point of like doing it over and over?
It's a nervous twitch, but at the same time, I think he's personally attacking me. It's fine. I'm okay with it.
Take this out and try to one up Kyle, but
I mean, like you really like Kyle because of Kyle being a miniature giant. Like he takes up so much room, so you really have to like showmanship when it comes to Kyle being around. That's
true, and I'm only 5'3", so
you were listen an impactful 5'3" though. You look very stabby.
Well, it's
Stabby.
Yeah. Well, I live in Toronto. We're a stabby city.
Yeah.
We are a stabby city.
Yeah.
I feel like if Kelly takes her hair down, it's going to be like Fast Times. That. Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, why not?
That movie is before my time, even. But my dad was like, "You're 14 now. You need to watch a little movie." Fast Times at Ridgemont High. If you want to see more about what my dad's like, watch last week's episode. Or the rest of that playlist.
An adventure to be had. So okay.
Anyway,
on that note, okay, one of the things that I want to talk about specifically today, because we have Kelly here, because Kelly knows this more so than others, because Kelly has Benjamin Button disease and has slowly got in better shape over the pandemic and started aging less. It's very peculiar. I believe she may be a witch, but
no, she's one of those Peter Thiel types who steals blood from young people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's 100% accurate. She's like, I felt so faint on the subway. That's how I attract my prey.
I'm anemic.
Yeah, of course.
Please don't invite me in after sundown.
But still, okay. So, and myself, okay, I have chopped myself into half using science, which has been fantastic. But I'm like, that being said, like I do not approach activities the same as I used to. Hence, we did say having coffee at this time, very risque. Also on a Sunday. Good God, woman.
The Lord's Day. I know.
mean,
It's the Lord's Day.
You might as well just, just cast life aside. No, it's fine. But it's the Lord's Day. Jesus. So, but like one of those things is like you have as an expert, Kelly is not a witch. Okay, Kyle is definitely a witch expert because I believe they're hunting him. There is a very good chance that every time a woman shows interest, you're like, maybe a witch, and then proves to be a witch.
Is this what you guys talk about on Life of Giants?
Sometimes. I mean, more often than not, because Kyle is definitely being hunted by witches. That is factual. Why? I don't know. I don't know why he's
listen to Life of Giants or something. I don't know. I'm plugging your show,
which we appreciate.
Should we just swap out and I'll comment?
I mean, it's a thing. No, recently, actually, because actually, Kelly's supposed to be on Hammered and Cheese soon. We were supposed to do more cooking. We did a show that we are piling right now.
Yeah, someone should be editing that. I don't know who, but Danton, if you're watching this, get on it.
Let's do it. No, I still have my copies of everything. I gotta get over there.
Too. Yeah.
Because no, like this thing is, so what we did, guys, was we actually got together. So Kelly has a show called It'll Be Fine, which has how many episodes so far?
We both have been on it. I'm just cutting together episode 393.
393, yeah.
That's
and hilariously, the entire time you learn how to cook, and then Kelly makes every opportunity to make sure she sounds hilarious and you sound dumb. Every video. It is
I think
fantastic.
You had me on once, right?
Even on once, you need to come back.
Yes.
Because on Alice, on your episode, you hinted at wanting to propose, and I didn't put that in the show because I didn't want to spoil anything.
Well, I'm married now, so it worked out.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, you gotta come back.
Definitely.
No.
I can't believe it's been that long, right? Like that's
right?
that's an apartment ago. And
let's see here.
What's
1
Dino
second.
looking for?
I'm looking. Hold on. I'm gonna find something. 1 second.
Is Kyle in Dino's house?
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
I'm assuming so.
Well, now that he's like caught up with something or whatever. So Kelly,
it is my 5-time spatula. That's what it is.
Five Timers Club. You get a spatula.
I have a spatula because I've been
former episodes, Atlas.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, this is the thing is that because of Kelly and I being in the same city, is our paths have crossed for like random stuff, meaning other people too. So there's Eric Newton, also who is referred to in my house as Erect Newton. That's for you. Is because he's that guy. But he actually came and visited Toronto a little while ago. Who is we met online originally. You had seen him in person before, though. Kelly, didn't you? Yeah.
No, I much like yourself, like I met Eric during the height of the pandemic doing jokes online. And so when he came to Toronto, that was our first time seeing each other face. Yeah.
So he was here, and then we both were able to cook, and then we did other stuff, and we've collaborated. We have fun cooking. If anyone, I have only shown up at Dino's house randomly once. I mean, more than once by design, but still. Realistically, though, like I feel like Kelly and I are both in a world where it's like, hey, we like cooking and eating good food. So if somebody could find a way to just throw us money so we could do that for other people, like that would be like entertaining as shit. We do funny shit all the time. Not even when the camera's on us. We're just funny people.
Isn't that how Gordon Ramsay got started? Where he's like, I just like food and yelling at people.
Yeah.
I mean, Kelly loves yelling at people. I
can yell at people, mostly myself in the mirror.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, 100%. Come on.
More bad than This is like my therapy sessions. This is good.
It's funny. Like, I didn't realize how like not easy, but just like where like a lot of the progress can be made just by like asking. Like especially for my generation and for the Zoomers, and I assume for the Gen Alphas when they get older, is that they're like afraid of doing something because they're afraid of looking stupid, and then somebody could be there with a camera or whatever,
right?
And then it gets on Instagram. But recently, I'm going to visit my friend Dan up in Eugene, Oregon next month for a week. And I was like, well, I went on to those who don't know, every city has a name of city it is, comedy scene Facebook group.
Right.
All of them. Albuquerque. Eugene,
there's always
Los
drama.
Angeles,
it's very funny.
Toronto, freaking Timbuktu. There's one for everything. But so I went to the Eugene comedy scene Facebook group and I was like, hi, I'm a comic from LA. Is anybody booking shows? And then someone got back to me and then I sent him a tape. And then now I'm doing 20 minutes while I'm up there. Like it worked out.
Oh, good.
Or like another one was a couple nights ago, my old roommate, not the fog machine one, Dan Pins, the other one, the good one, the one who likes peanut butter, that one. He's a lawyer now.
Is he a good lawyer? Like, is he a real lawyer or like I'm a lawyer kind of?
No, he works for a firm that like supports independent artists. So like,
he's like actually pretending to have a soul. Wow, that's amazing.
I'm proud of him. But so like his firm was having a party at the Comedy Store, and then he was like, do you want to come because we're doing like a little award ceremony and there's a show beforehand? And I'm like, I'll come. Can you get me a spot on their show? Like completely awful thing to say, right?
Balls on you, Atlas. Holy shit.
The balls on this man. Anyway, so
brass and shiny, I'll tell you.
He was like, yeah, totally. So I just went and then I got to do 10 minutes in front of a bunch of lawyers. It was fun.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is Dino and I should just infiltrate the Food Network and say
exactly. Go to the Food Network and just be like, "Hi, I'm Dino, the Genetic Marvel. Can I have a show?"
I'm Kelly.
I just recently put my name in for favorite chef with Carla Hall. I made it like four or five rounds through, and I didn't get to when it had to go to top 10. I was in the top 13, and I was like, "Oh, shenanigans!"
That's awesome, though.
But I made I just found it so much fun to be in competition and also to see crazy people message me going, "I'll vote for you." And I'm like, "Thanks."
Okay.
And they're like,
Thanks,
"Yeah."
Dad.
And I'm like, "That's weird." Like people are just like they want to be included. So
Yeah.
and you're like, you could just hang out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's very like you said, Atlas. You just gotta ask sometimes, but at the same time,
Definitely.
I am floored by some of the crazy shit people ask for as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? Like so I'm trying to find this balance where I'm like, I definitely don't think I ask for enough, but at the same time, I feel like why should I have to fucking ask for it? I'm pretty fucking cool. Just fucking if you have a spot for me, let me know. And I'll just hang out. But it doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way.
It's nice to have like a tape that I'm somewhat proud of because that greases the wheels normally. Instead of being like, please, could I have a spot? No, just be like, hey, are you booking? And they're like, can you send a tape? And I'll be like, here you go. And then
Yeah.
Which is way better than just spamming shit constantly every few weeks, which I am not willing to do that. And people are like, every 4 weeks you got to send an email to. I'm like, go fuck yourself. That's where I'm going to send my email to. Go fuck yourself. Okay. .com. In your asshole. Yeah. Like fuck off. No, I can't.
.org.
I'd rather just show up and go, hey, if you guys have 5 minutes, I'd love to jump on. Why? Look at me. I don't even look like a human being anymore. I look like a character. I look like one of the options that's been blanked out on a fucking video game. It's like, I want that guy. He looks crazy. 100%.
Do you know the geneticmarvel.net? It's .com.
I would say, bro, I remember the first time watching Homestar Runner, and I was like, it's .com. And I was like, that's some of the greatest fucking comedy you can ever write. Bar none. Yeah. Have you heard of hydrogen water bottles? You should check it out. Okay, sir.
Aren't they all? It's hydrogen and oxygen, isn't that?
I had this discussion with Kyle because Kyle is my go-to athletic resource. Okay.
Why am I here?
I don't know why. Kyle keeps on coming up. But anyways,
I'm kidding. I'm Kyle's stunt double.
Aw.
Yeah.
At the same time, that's gonna fucking happen now, Kelly. Okay, we're gonna get you a wig of Kyle's. No, we're gonna get you a beard wig. So it's gonna be like a toque, but like one of those Viking ones where it's got the beard in the front too. So you look like Kyle, and you're gonna be like, I'm Kyle's stunt double, and you're just gonna fucking that will be some of the greatest sketches ever. I love it.
I just watched an episode of My Name is Earl where they had something like that, but it was just like the character is a woman with a beard.
That was a good show.
It was.
It did not get the recognition it deserved. Now, I'm wondering, is it because of his brother who was slowly transitioning from being a fatso? Because apparently there's he used to be like ridiculously fat, and now he's like top tier grade A beef.
I think it's like, okay, so this is how I kind of missed the boat on My Name is Earl, and it's because literally the people around me were like, ew, it's about like a
trailer trash, but not really
trailer trash. And like now I'm watching it as an adult, I'm like, this is such a sweet show and hilarious.
It kind of is.
Really good.
Yeah.
And I like the clip I sent you where it's Randy just sadly singing Time After Time with the
but that's the thing is like all of those characters are top tier, but like that guy has gone on the record saying how like it was so difficult as he was trying to get healthy. They're like, nah, we need you to look gross. That if you want jobs, we need you to look nasty. And he's like, no, I don't want to live like that anymore. And they're like, nah. It's the same thing with, listen, I'm worried that all of my humor disappeared with my fatness. Luckily, there are drugs. So it's fine.
It's not just that, but you can also like you're still ugly. So
that needs to go on a card.
I think it'll be the same for me. Like, if I ever lose weight, I'm still kind of a no-go. So it's
I don't think I've ever felt more seen and repulsed all in one sentence. Like it was just a great solid burn. That was.
Good.
You're
Good.
so ugly. I'm not ugly, you asshole.
I
Like that's
know.
what makes it even worse. I am so pretty. I'm just bald, okay?
No, you are a handsome man.
Even as a fat guy, I was good looking. Bullshit.
Kelly, you and I met each other for the first time in person.
We did.
At Bobby Oliver's Laugh Riot Girl Festival.
We did. I recognized you walking down the street.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Hold on. Did you say hi to Atlas or did Atlas?
I did.
She said hi to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That will set him off.
And I think for a second you were like, how do I know her?
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much what happened. There was also the slow realization that I was on the 8 o'clock show, not the 9 o'clock show.
He arrived to the wrong show.
Yeah. And luckily they like shoved me in at the end and it worked out okay. But I was like, I'm terrible. I'm a horrible person. Like,
hold on. Atlas, did you show up to a lady focused show late and then bully your way onto the show at the last second?
No, I was
booked, so much to unpack.
I was booked on the 7 o'clock show.
And then said, let me the fuck in.
No. I was booked on the 7 o'clock show.
Just hoofed some lady right in the ovaries. Just hoof.
No, I misread the email. I thought I was on the 9 o'clock show. So I showed up not only late, but also with Taco Bell because I was like, oh, I'm being early. I'm a good person. And then so
you're a monster.
Yeah. So with no context, I look like the worst asshole in the world.
You could have blamed being late on the Taco Bell.
I could have, but I
could have.
Luckily, they were nice enough because I'm usually good about showing up on time and checking in with the guy that I think Chris Oliver didn't punch me in the face. But
that's true.
Okay,
Atlas is the problem. Like, share, subscribe.
That's 100%. Atlas is the problem. That's
no
question. Hilariously, like I feel like Atlas showing up with Taco Bell late and just going on stage and be like, I got married. Just like he looks just completely falling apart. He's like, I came with Taco Bell. So that's going swimmingly, everyone.
No, my set went pretty good. How did yours go? Because you were volunteering that night, right? When was your?
I was volunteering that night. I almost got in an argument with the person I was volunteering with because I did not know that in America, you have to pay for putting your garbage out. That's not a thing we do here.
What do you mean pay for putting your garbage out? Like,
well, the person was saying like they got a bill because I guess, I don't know, they didn't have the tags on their bags at the end of the street or something, but the person I was talking to said that in their jurisdiction that they've got to pay.
That's never been a thing for me. It's either a utility with your building, and normally what a lot of buildings in LA will do will be like trash and water included, so you don't have to worry about it.
Homes, could it just be like individual house thing? Because that's not anything we do here. And I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And they were kind of like, "Well, aren't you privileged?" I'm like, "I didn't know. Shut up."
Fuck if I know, man. Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
You know what? I like the fact that people would actually respond in that way is just maddening.
Wait, so that person literally did the ooh fancy pants Rich McGee over here? Fuck you! Like as a
look at this Canadian. Yeah. I was like, well, I'm sorry.
You guys live in the wilderness. You can just throw trash wherever. I guess you're part of the problem, Kelly. Okay, which like Kelly looks like the type of person who would like not hit a fly but try and shoo it out a window. Like that's really the case, which I find hilarious.
Yeah.
But like
and then my set, because I also had a set a couple nights before, it went pretty good. It was okay.
That's good.
It was all right.
Yeah. Did you do any of the mics afterward or
this time around for doing that festival Laugh Riot Girl, I didn't because I had jammed in other shows to sort of make my week as full as I could. So I did some time at Flappers, and then I'd been taking online this writing course for like one-person shows with Mary Kennedy and Paul Jasek. And
Jesus Christ.
The class show ended up being in person when I was in LA. So it's kind of cool having gone from Atlas doesn't care about this story.
No,
Okay.
Mary and Paul are like the most caricature of caricature people in the history of mankind.
No, it's funny because like Mary's kind of like my mentor a little bit.
100%. I met her at Atlas's wedding, and she was kind of like, Dino, and I'm like, hey, Mary, and she's like, oh my God, you're a real person. I'm like,
I hosted a podcast with Mary and Carrie Haim and Matt Ardill called Order Up. So it was,
that's so funny. That's amazing.
So fucking cool to do something I'd been doing online in person and then be there for the class show and get to do that. That it was the best. So no, I didn't do many mics at Laugh Riot Girl. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Realistically, though, because of the pandemic and everything, the horrible things we all had to do online, like that has resulted in more connections and travel after the fact, like quite a bit, right? Like that's not just
100%. Doing stuff virtually altered my career trajectory like 360.
Yeah.
All the road work it would have taken to like meet someone like Mary or Paul or Atlas. I would have taken me. I would still be working on that, and it just like fast forwarded me. It was great.
You had that, and then you had a vast number of comedians just kind of drop off the map, or be like me, where comedy kind of took a back seat to like whatever else they were doing.
Well, it got down to survival, right?
Right.
And like what I appreciated the most was it was a what can you do without and what can you not live without, right? And you're like, there's a big difference in like how that plays out in your daily existence, right? Because after all is said and done, you're like, oh, I don't need to interact with people ever, but I enjoy being outside. You know, like there's it's certain things where you're like, I am willing, I am not willing, you know. I like having a little bit of distance between who I interact with, but at the same time, there's nothing better than like okay, hold on. But do you remember times when you go
differently now?
Absolutely.
I'm so much more selective. Like on a day like today where I've just got a shit ton to do, I kind of have to compartmentalize, but I'm more selective of who I hang out with. And if I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna
do it. Yeah. And like, and it's one of those things where it's very much like, oh, I'll just do it myself. I don't really care. Like that's been the one enjoyable part about everything, where it's like people are like, oh, you have to line up and negotiate with this. I'm just gonna do my own stuff online. I don't care. I'm like, I'm just gonna do my own thing, and this is where you, the watchers, come in key. You can just give me, Kelly, even Atlas, a bunch of money. We'll just cook for you. It'll be great. We'll do a whole show. It'll be so much fun. Can you imagine?
We're like the three wise men.
It would be hilarious if people were like, I like that. Let's fund that. Manifestation. Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean,
just get us on Gig Salad. Just find us on Gig Salad.
Knowing Atlas got me head, I know now how to bully my way onto all field. Atlas knows how to.
Step number 1, Taco Bell. That's the.
And complete disregard for whatever time you're supposed to be there. That is someone else's problem. Okay, that is not a me problem. That is a you problem.
I felt absolutely awful. I like went to go apologize.
I genuinely felt so bad, and everyone was like, "It's okay."
I went to go apologize to Bobby, and she's like, "I didn't even realize you were late." So like she was just all wrapped up in the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. Yeah, she's got a whole thing on. Yeah, she's not worried about. Hey, the audacity that you would be like, "Hey, sorry, I'm late." Like I give a shit. I'm running a show here, Atlas. God, fucking, you can't just show up on time, you bastard. Which
I mean, I thought I was showing up on time. It's because I don't know how to read. That's the difference.
Okay, that's. This is the thing. So this has happened to me like 3 times in my life where I show up and people are like, hey, where have you been? And I'm like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like,
Oh no.
that's odd. I'm like, I am sure I was supposed to be here right now, but it is not now that I think it's supposed to be. Like
This
that's
is very deep.
I'm missing time. And I'm like,
Oh,
I don't know what's happened here.
I
And
don't
like
know.
that's happened to me a few times, but I'm like, every time it has, I just lean into it. And I'm going, I may have been abducted by aliens. That's fine. And people are just like, what? And I'm like, I don't know.
I blame it now on perimenopause. Is the brain fog is
Nice.
real. It is.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
So
club,
real.
sister.
Oh yeah, his fucking brain don't work. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, your body's trying to kill itself. This one's brain is going, nah, I'm on strike. I don't want to do shit. The fuck? And me,
Oh, dear.
LSD to the wind. It's fantastic. This is
LSD to the wind.
great
Another
idea.
possible episode title.
I
Come on,
mean-
That's
these
a
are
good
great.
episode title. Yeah.
Well, my this is the thing is Victoria does not like that I do that. She's like she's okay when I do mushrooms, but she's like LSD seems like you're gonna have a problem. Like this is a
Yeah.
bad idea, and I'm like, I don't disagree with you. That's probably accurate. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take what I have, and that way I'm just not gonna order any more. But then I may have overserved myself. So shenanigans on me, which I think is funnier that way. You know?
I've never done anything. Anything.
You're
I'm
the
too
cool.
sensitive. I
You're
go
the coolest nerd in the world. Though,
I go
right?
loopy on NyQuil. That is
100
enough.
But also you have tattoos, which you're like, what is happening, Kelly? Like, I don't understand. Also, she's in the penthouse. She'll mention it to you 19 times if you go to visit her. She's like, I'm in the penthouse. Just so you know, I'm in the penthouse. If
But
you
the
need to know,
form
I'm in the
of
penthouse.
penthouse.
Fantastic. No, it's hilarious. It's just, I mean, Dino found the LSD all on his own. Yeah. Once again, thanks, Kyle. Really appreciate you there, brother.
Now, when he says all his own, do you mean all by myself or all by myself?
Myself.
Which
Don't
kind?
wanna live.
I mean, does it have to be either or? Like, can we not do both?
No.
You know? This is the thing is like I'm now at a point in life where I'm like I'm in the best shape of my life. Not, let's be very clear, not good shape, just the best shape I've ever been in my life. So
Okay.
I'm kind of like, do we gamble and see, like I've reached for things like way out, like I should have moved, but I just reached precariously just to see if my back would go, and it didn't. And I was like, oh, look at that. I'm in some shape, not circular, like maybe ellipses of some sort. It's very, I feel I'm living a dangerous life. It's very, I don't know. How do you
I
feel,
am
Kelly?
too.
Yeah, coffee.
Yeah.
Raging maniac.
That's my
Listen.
nickname.
Okay. Listen.
The raging maniac.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hilarious because like at the same time you are one of the nicest people in comedy that I've ever encountered, and also too she has roasted me to my face and I have never felt more seen. It works out very well where you're just like, those are some horrible things you've said to me, Kelly. I feel so warm inside. I feel like I just, you know,
People never book me for the roast shows, which are very popular in Toronto, but I never get booked on them. But I have done roast shows and I love them because that's a side of my personality that only my family gets to see.
Right? Exactly. You're like, you have to have an intimate level of hatred for somebody to roast them. Like you need to be like, I'm going to make sure you remember this moment.
I think you have to have a lot of love for someone to roast them.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, listen, it doesn't matter. You can't murder them. So it's just that feeling that's very intense and sometimes good, sometimes bad. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that I'm like, it's an adventure. It's worth it.
mm-hmm.
I've only done roast battle twice, and I'm just not very good at it. Like Cole's roast, I had an easier time with because it's not the back and forth. You just get your time.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do it. Like I have an easier time with that than roast. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first show I did with my boyfriend, Adam, who's a comic based in Brooklyn. Our first show together, sharing the stage, was a roast battle. I don't think the booker knew we were a couple.
Oh.
And we didn't tell him until afterwards.
Yeah.
I think it would have been funnier if like you were doing
a battle, by the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't a battle, or it was?
No, she won. She won.
Oh, you won. Nice.
Yeah.
Beat my boyfriend up.
I was going to say, like, it would have been really funny if the roast battle ends and then you just look at each other and then start making out. But, like, you didn't tell him.
I mean, like, that couldn't have been more ridiculous, right? Like they roast each other and then fall in love. And you're like, what is happening right now? Yeah, no. And like it would have had to happen in New York, which you're like, because no one here is a real person. None of this is. It is all make believe. Like
there's
New
that
York,
one asshole going only in New York. You know.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Yeah. No, that's it's one of those things.
That's good.
Fun times.
Fun times. Yeah. Let's just sit and think about that for a second.
Any big plans for the summer?
Because
like we are like in the summer at this point.
We are in the summer. I've got a couple of really cool things. For Canadian viewers, specifically where we are in Toronto, I am doing a comedy series at the Stratford Festival in Stratford, Ontario, which is like Shakespeare land. This is like high quality artiste kind of thing. But they've started a comedy show night, and August 9th, I'm opening for Arthur Simeon, and I am so excited. That's like A, I'm at Stratford, and B, I get to play with Arthur. It's just gonna be
that's
something.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm sorry, Kelly. You are the culmination of like every drama student everywhere's like, that's the life I want, like.
And this is my first time going to Stratford. I've never gone. It's kind of never really been in my price range to go to a show there. So it's my first time. I'm in the show.
Jesus.
And I love that. It's like, who's never been here? And I'm gonna raise my hand.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like there's a certain point where you're going like, who else is only here because they're finally getting paid to be, because I can't afford it. Like no.
I don't know. I'm most terrified of any of the whole experience. I think I'm the most worried to say the word you're not supposed to say in the theater, which is
I mean, yeah.
I'm very worried.
I thought it was good.
When you keep reminding yourself not to say something, then you say it. That's what I'm so afraid of.
What you have to do is you have to whisper it when like you're in your car, and then it doesn't count.
I'll think of something. So I've got that happening.
You write it down on a piece of paper. Write it down on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket. That helps you.
And then another thing, which again, this is just Canada specific, so I'm very sorry for American viewers. But my second doc, which I directed, is playing on CBC Gem and Crave. It's called Janelle Niles Inconvenient. So people should go watch that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
those are good things. Yeah.
Those are amazing things. I was gonna say earlier that I'm just so glad that you're trying to add more skills, like being able to do a one-woman show, because you're already ridiculously skilled in so many different ways. So thanks for that, Kelly, to make it harder on the rest of us who can only just talk. I can talk, I can make words, I can't even read. That's fine. That's fine. Thanks, Kelly. Make it harder for the poor white caveman who's just trying to make a living telling jokes.
But yeah, what you don't know, well, what you're going to know now is before this, I had a moment of like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I have such moments of crushing doubt.
See, that's the wild thing, is that like when you're trying to figure shit out, you'll have a million things on the go, and you're kind of going, maybe one of those will pop off. Sounds awesome, you know?
Yeah, no, I think it's something that just comes with being an artist, which 100% is a life that chooses you. I don't think anybody goes out and is like, you know what I love having every day? Copious amounts of self-doubt.
Oh yeah. What the hell is that? Like, what the fuck? Who made that?
Swing of it, of like putting out stuff people enjoy and appreciate, and then knowing that when we're off the stage, we're like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Much like this heat is a pain in the ass. It's Serge, listen.
Serge,
my furnace fan died like a few weeks ago. So my AC worked, but air was not moving. So hilariously, we had to replace our furnace in the middle of summer. Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's what runs the actual like propulsion of air.
Yeah.
Through, right? Because essentially what happens is your AC provides a conduit for your furnace to go over the cold area, and that goes through the rest of your house. Yeah, it's adjacent cold. Yeah, it's like having an ice cube and going. Isn't that refreshing? Yeah, that's basically what it is.
There's a friend of mine who you know who you are if you listen to this show, but he has had to get his refrigerator replaced 4 times in the last 3 months because the replacement the company keeps sending something about the to keep ice from forming keeps breaking. And I'm like, by the 3rd time, I would have just become the Punisher for refrigerators. Like you just go to the Home Depot and start smashing, floor models and give me a working refrigerator.
Yeah. This is the thing is, okay, have you guys looked at okay, by the way, that comment by Kyle is the difference between penthouse people and basement people. I feel personally attacked. Okay.
Yeah.
And Kyle,
that'll be the title of my next special.
It's by the way, it's the penthouse. It's the penthouse. If you didn't know, it was in the penthouse. I'm in the penthouse. Hey, and she says it like that, and she's like, I am. And I'm like, I know. There's no other way to say it, but the way it comes across is like,
I tell you, I'm on the 18th floor, but there's no button that says 18.
Yeah,
you have to count.
It's the same energy as saying my fiance. It's inherently douchey.
But
you have to say it, right?
You can't. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm on the top floor, but not the roof.
I look down on everyone. I mean, that's a good way of posing it.
I was in
my perch.
Yeah. I can look down on all the peasants. It's actually wildly
more money than I do.
The balcony is spectacular in your place, and it's
I need to come to Toronto one of these.
You do?
Oh no. I don't feel that it's fair because Kelly's experience of Toronto, especially right now where she stays, is not what everyone else is experiencing.
We have drug deals every night out the back window.
I think I more meant going to see you idiots, not like the city of Toronto. And like,
I mean,
it's the same reason
amalgamated. This part became Toronto, but yeah.
It was the same reason like going to Cleveland, right?
Kelly, if you don't know, Tina's great.
I did not know that. No.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
So many people think I'm Greek based on how my last name is spelled.
Oh,
definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I'm very not Greek.
And by how it's spelled, she means confusingly. That's what it means. Because I also have the shortest Greek last name. It's Bledsus. It's very simple. Never pronounced correctly, ever, in the history of time outside of the land of Greece.
Wait. How are other people pronouncing it?
Blestus.
Okay. Yeah.
Blatisus, I've gotten.
Oh.
I've gotten some weird shit, bro.
Okay.
I get some Zemeckis constantly.
Oh, yeah. Because they're like, the Back to the Future guy. Okay, I got the rest.
I went. I had an appointment the other day, and the receptionist was like, "You're related to Robert Zemeckis, aren't you?" And I was like, I'm going to be polite about this, but our last names are spelled differently. She's like, but you're related, right? I was like,
oh my God.
No.
I feel like you should just look at them and be like the war criminal, and just
that would have been such a good comeback.
Yeah.
Wait,
Maybe.
so like,
That's
it would be like watching baseball, and then you're like, wait, are Carlos Beltran and Adrian Beltre related? No, you fucking idiots. It's two different last names. Like, what are you talking about?
Because people just assume that two random strangers have made a mistake, and they are smart enough to point it out. Do you understand how like ridiculously superior you have to be in your own universe to go, you two foreigners have made a mistake here. You haven't done anything correctly. I'll point it out. You two now family.
Yeah,
you're
welcome.
welcome.
The smart one. Dunning Kruger. I don't know who those guys are. I'm the smart one.
Yeah, you're welcome. I just solved all your family issues. Congratulations.
Well,
you two are now related.
The one person show I did, one of my classmates, she, I don't know why it took like the very last show, but she messaged me. She was like, "Are you Oh, this is what I did. I found Robert Zemeckis' star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I jokingly posted it with, 'If you know, you know.'" And she was like, "Are you related?" I'm like, Jesus, Murphy, no, our names are spelled differently. And then she says, "I'm friends with his wife." I'm like, well, I have to meet him now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way that could go.
That's fake fair. Brother. It doesn't help that my brother's name is Robert.
No.
Does not help. Does not help that I'm a filmmaker.
Nope.
Yeah.
So anyway, someone's got barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Are we?
Serge is. I mean, Serge.
Is that what you think of when you hear Robert Zemeckis is barbecue chicken?
I mean,
one of the other entrepreneurial ventures Kelly will have a foray into after her weekend at Kelly's brunch place that's only opened every third Tuesday of the month.
Kelly Zemnickis' Robert Zemeckis' barbecue chicken hut, which is only open on Thursdays.
Barbecue chicken and waffles, clearly.
Yes.
Now we're talking. We got there eventually. It's fine.
I was over at my brother-in-law's house to go see my sister-in-law because it was her birthday, and we all played Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
I think that it would be fun to finish out the episode.
Okay.
Like, what's like your like the good ones, right? The ones where you get the most people to drink. Because normally the fun of Never Have I Ever is to like single out a person and be like, haha, I got him. But
right.
In the last 6 hours, I've had 4 tabs of LSD. I don't want to play that game. It's a horrible idea, sir.
Starting to like kick in?
Yeah, for the last 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Oh no. I've never had LSD. Is that a lot?
I'm having a great time.
I'm guessing it's a lot. See, okay, it's better than that time you were at like 75% of your normal speed, which I forgot what he was on. That was mushrooms, right?
It was mushrooms.
That was mushrooms, yeah.
It was a copious amount of mushrooms.
But like we recorded an episode and Cole was guesting on it, and I was just like, wake up.
And I'm like, I'm still here. It was kind of, it was a weird situation to experience, but fun still.
Well, I'm grateful I'm your LSD episode, Dino. Thank you.
I mean,
I'm not really here.
Yeah.
No.
None of us are. That's the truth of the matter. None of us actually are. We're all just mythical beings.
Gosh. Yeah.
Well, the one that got everyone to drink from my like perspective was never have I ever met somebody with my same name, and fucking everybody had to drink because I've never met another Atlas. So
no.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've met other Kellys.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the point. I
know how this is playing.
Yeah. I mean
you cheating bastard.
There was a guy who like one of my sister-in-law's friend. His name's Roger.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've never met another Roger. I'm like, my dad was at Murder at the Art Auction, which you were a player in. Drink.
Go get him, Alice.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I like how Dino just put the kibosh on that immediately.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I'm too full of acid.
No.
Fun Dino.
It's
Dino
no.
the fun killer, Marvel.
That's I mean, I'm having a great time. So I enjoy ruining other people's time. That's how I roll, everyone. Just FYI.
Do you have a pH level of below 7? Because you're Dino.
I mean, that's barbecue sauce. That's fine.
I'd like some barbecue chicken now.
I mean, so my don't threaten me with a good time there, sir. This is the thing is my wife is going to be coming home very soon, and I'm hoping that she's bringing back donuts. So, I'm definitely going to hide. Yeah, because that's just shenanigans. But
see, I love the idea of somebody on acid hiding, then they go to scare someone, and then they go, I scared myself. Okay, all right, we're good.
I mean, well, like that's the thing is like if I hide in the closet, I may forget why I'm in the closet. Like there's a good chance.
Don't we all?
And like, and realistically, I'll find something to entertain myself with in the closet, and then I'm just hanging out in the closet, which is.
I forget why I walk into rooms all the time now, Dino. That's the joy of almost having menopause. I don't know why I'm anywhere.
Dino's just in there with a sock, being like,
yeah, and I'm just like, hi. I'm like, we're having a private meeting. Please excuse yourself. Like, that's fine. Yeah. That's a real thing. That's not.
That's good.
Can you imagine though? You open the door to a closet and it's somebody just with puppets. Yes.
Leave me alone. Fuck off.
What's wrong with that?
Sock puppets.
Close the door, please.
Good. Yeah. No.
You're letting. Yeah. I mean, that seems reasonable.
I think so.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're doing great, guys.
Listen, if you haven't already, check out all of the things that Kelly's doing.
Yes.
You can follow her on her Instagram at the Latvian Foodie. She does all sorts of. You know what? If you go on her Instagram, she'll also post of like places she'll eat as well. And then you're like, damn it, because she always buys good shit. And you're like, you know what the problem with good shit is it's delicious looking. Like it's made to look delicious, and you're like, now I gotta go buy it. It's always, yeah. Definitely worth following. One of those good things.
Yes. And it was great having you back. I'm sorry we took so long.
It's okay. I'm happy to be anywhere. Thank you for inviting me back. And you're going to have to come back on my show. And I'm sorry it took so long, but I had to wait for you to get married.
Then here we are. So
that's how you part two that bag. So last time,
didn't know. On good
looking for the ladies.
He was thinking about proposing. Now it's after the marriage. Let's see where he's at, baby. Come on, yeah.
He's lost 3 inches of hairline, and he is going for love.
You know what we should make, Atlas? Something off a Taco Bell menu.
We have to. Yeah,
you have to. I'll figure something.
Okay,
only makes
hit
sense.
Me up. I'm down. I'm down. I'm around till like August. Like mid-August. So.
Then you're no longer with us?
No, I just go back to work because I'm a teacher. I mean, like if you need to do it during the week, it's easier to.
Okay, earlier today, I saw Atlas commenting on a bunch of things, and I was like, "Oh, because he's a teacher, he's going to do a whole bunch of things, and then in September, he's going to become a ghost, and everyone's going to go, hey, what happened to Atlas? Did he die?" And he's like, nope, just had to go back to work. And now that's happening. And I'm just like, oh, so it's a real thing. There you go.
Yep.
Now you know. Yeah. It's going to be a very fun experience.
Oh, right? I thought of something I'm doing in America, guys. I thought of something. September, I'm going to be at the North Carolina Comedy Festival. Yay!
Nice.
Something for the Americans. Yay.
All right. I like to be.
Go see another state. Go laugh in another state, people. Come on. Tourism.
Awesome. I like it a lot. Yeah.
I've never been.
It's nice. You should come, Dino. I know where the good places to eat are.
Hey, That's an important part of everything.
Yes.
Like no, because that is my immediate. Hey, do you want to go to this place? I'm like, is it going to be food? And like, is it catered or is like someone bringing their special food? Because that will definitely be like, I'm still a fat guy at heart. Like I can't not fat guy decision. Like I like somebody says, hey, have you been to this place? I'm like, there's a butter tart festival there. And people are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm fat, man. That's
such a Canadian deep cut. So good.
Butter tarts, man.
Atlas, come for the butter tarts.
Ooh, Atlas, come in the fall. You'll have so much fun.
I would love to do it when it starts getting colder because like I just like the cold.
Come in March. March is a good month to come here. April, no.
Yeah. Well, no, because then I can go during during spring break. Right, that would be
come in March. March is nice. It's deceptively warm in March here. It's weird.
That is true. But also, if you come in October, if you come in October, I've actually applied to be to get a job at Casaloma for their horror Legends of Horror.
Castle.
It's Toronto's only castle, and it's a real fucking castle. It's
where I live.
It's the also true, yeah. Which Kelly basically lives in like one just giant pillar looking down on her
bottom, letting people in or not.
Yeah, definitely. I am the bouncer at the bottom. There's no question. Like I'm like just above the working class only because I'm big. That's it. He's bigger than other ones, so you can't. He gets privilege. It's great. It's a great way to be alive. Yeah.
This is nice. Thanks.
Yeah. Follow us at Generation Dan in all the places. You can check out my other show, Last Minute History, with Cole Clayton. If you're watching the stream of this episode, it will be streaming it tomorrow. It's Martin Luther and the Protestant Reformation. So that's pretty fun. Or you can follow my other podcast at Nexus at Night, which is about trading card games. If that's not your bag, I completely understand. Or Atlas Novak, anywhere you get your social medias.
I just once, Atlas, want you to be like, if you don't like trading card games, then fuck you. Learn to love them, you son of a bitch.
I'm just thinking of like in Talladega Nights where he's doing all the like commercial spots where it's like, if you don't drink Mountain Dew, then fuck you, or whatever the thing was.
Immediately. And I'm like, I really feel like you have to just put people in their place. Be like, you know what? You should learn a new goddamn hobby. So why don't you come watch my show and learn about fucking trading card Vanguard and just fucking love it. Or whatever.
I love Mountain Dew. It's a drink and a nightlight. It's so good.
True. It's great. Yeah. It's so good. I just love that it's the name of moonshine. Like Mountain Dew is just slang for moonshine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
that
did not
good old
know
Mountain
that.
Dew or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Kyle plugged himself.
Kyle's got Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Kyle seems like the kind of guy who's like, hey, I have Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew. And you're like, oh, really? Somebody's living the high life. Yeah. I just did my first background work with Kyle in Hamilton last week, which was overnight, and it was a very wild experience. And there's a story about my wipers wouldn't stop working, but then the rain happened. No, so what? Like
wipers wouldn't stop working.
No, okay, there's no wink. It's just the motor busted. So they wouldn't turn off. And then it's like, I'm like, I have a nice car, but like random shit happens. And so Kyle's like, why won't your wipers turn off? I'm like, I don't know. It's broken. And he's like, let me try and finagle with it because Kyle has ridiculously large hands like I do. And he's like, you're not as strong as I am. I'm like, you're not going to fix it that way, jackass. And it didn't get fixed. But afterward, it rained. So the wipers being on technically was a benefit. Because,
the more you know.
Dina, where can they find you?
Like I fucking know. So, yeah.
Just follow the LSD packs. And
yeah.
Don't follow me because I will think you're following me. That will freak me out. Don't do that.
Just Google Dino the Genetic Marvel. You'll find him somehow. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when you do, I scare easily. don't no surprise, no jumping out of the woodwork, because like that is the kind of shit it will ruin my day, and I'll ruin your day because I'm that kind of guy. So
all right,
yeah, have a great day, everybody.
Aces. Bye, everyone.
Bye.